Hello everyone and welcome to the new season of What's for Dinner. Today I'm going to be making a traditional German dish typically served on New Year's called pork and sauerkraut. Some of you watching may be familiar with this tradition. It's commonly found in German or Pennsylvania Dutch households. I found a really great recipe by Lando Lakes that I made last year and I'm going to try to do it again this year. A link to that recipe I will put in the description below. Now, for me, sometimes I don't really follow recipes as they're written out. Since I'm the only one here going to be eating this meal, I am not going to get a 3-pound pork roast. It would take me 3 weeks to eat all of that. So instead what I do have are some thin pork chops. Still gonna follow the recipe as it says, I'm just gonna alter a couple things. Our other ingredients obviously are sauerkraut, a little bit of maple syrup, an apple, some salt and pepper, some brown sugar, and of course some Lando Lakes butter. First step is to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. So while the oven is preheating, we're gonna combine the sauerkraut, the syrup, the apple, and the brown sugar all into one big bowl, which will appear right here. Let's open up our sauerkraut. So the apple gets cut into thin wedges and then put into the mixture with the sauerkraut. So our apple is cut up and put into the sauerkraut. Next we're going to do the syrup, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and then also 2 tablespoons of really tightly packed brown sugar. There's one, and there's another one. All right. Next, we mix it all up. Once you've mixed that, you're going to set it off to the side, and you're going to get your pork roasts, or for me, my pork chops, ready. So what you would normally do in the recipe is you would sprinkle the roast with salt and pepper, and then brown it on a frying pan for about a few minutes or so before you stick it into the oven. I'm going to do kind of the similar thing with that. I'm going to brown these a little bit in the frying pan after I salt and pepper them before they go into the oven. Put a dab of the butter into the saucepan to get it greased. And then you can start salt and peppering your pork. Alright, our pork is salted and peppered. Now, into the saucepan. Now while the pork is cooking on the stove, I'm going to get my baking pan and I'm going to put the sauerkraut mixture in here. Now the pork doesn't have to be cooked all the way through from the stove because it's going to get baked. It's only supposed to be a light brown on the outside when you transfer it from the stove to the pan for the oven. And I'm going to move this over here and transfer some of this pork over to here. Last 3 pieces are cooking right now. I'm going to clean up this a little bit here. Now the other thing that I forgot to mention is we have to cover the baking pan when it goes into the oven. Now the recipe says to bake for 1 hour to 1.5 hours. Now since I don't have a roast like the recipe calls for, I might try half an hour to start, maybe even a little less. The rest of our pork is just about done. Bring this over here and I'll cover it. Now it's time for the oven. I'm going to check back with it in about a half an hour. I'm going to prepare some side dishes off camera while it's cooking. I'll see you shortly. So it's been about 25 minutes or so that the pork has been in the oven. I'm going to take it out and just give it a look and see if it's close to being done or not. It's looking all right. I'm going to put it back in. Check back on it again later. All right, it's been another 15 minutes. I'm going to check it once more and see how far along we've come. Smells really good. I think this is getting close to being done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set it back in there for another 5 minutes while I get my sides finished up, and then I'll come back to you. Alright, it's time to take the pork out of the oven. Full of heat. There you go. This smells delicious. Well, this looks absolutely delicious. I'm going to set it down because it's really hot. And here we go. Let's give this a try. Oh wow, that is delicious. Wow. Thank you all for watching this episode of What's for Dinner. Take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time.